Hi. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and share the link. The super secret link. Gonna let everybody come in. Hopefully we'll be able to have some come in and join. I'm sorry about that glare. There's like a little crack in the curtain I have to fix. So, my darlings, we are going to have our little social. If anybody's on, it's kind of hard because I do them on the weekends, and then I have people say, oh, it's really hard for me to make it on the weekend. Can you do it during the week, like in the afternoon? So I'm trying different times, and I'm gonna see what's working well for everybody. Hello, hello, somebody's on live. Two people on live. Welcome, 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 welcome. Hi, Army. Hi, my dear. I'm glad you're able to come on. A whole life. Hello, hello. What is your Patreon name, A Whole Life? Kayla! I miss you too. I miss you too, Army. Fernanda, hi. I just sent you your monthly message, Fernanda. Welcome, welcome. Wow, this seems to be working out. This seems to be a good time for some of you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you. So do you guys prefer this over the weekend? Like, do you prefer this time, afternoon during the week? Is this better for most of you, or? You guys will have to let me know. I think I'm going to try to do one midweek and then one on the weekends. I'm glad too, Army. Oh, cool. So, yeah, this is going to be our little social. Hey, Lisa! Australia. Yeah, see, that's the thing too, is a lot of you are overseas. So you guys, I know it might be hard to catch me in the morning here in the US, like our morning time. So I want to announce the giveaway for the month. Okay, our first giveaway, Patreon giveaway, and this is something I made. It has a little slip knot, so it's adjustable. You can make it long, if you want to have a long necklace, or you can pull it and make it short. But this is garnet, so I don't know if you can see the coloring here. It looks kind of brown on my video, but it's a deep red. I don't know what your color looks like on your screen, but it almost looks to me like it's got like colors that I'm not seeing in person, right? Like it looks like it has orange, it looks like it has brown, but it's really just a deep dark garnet color. So this is garnet. This is really great for grounding, for balancing. It's really good also if you're somebody who does a lot of traveling, or if you're away from home a lot. It's a really good confidence piece. It's a good piece for like getting confidence and feeling stable and feeling secure. So that's going to be our first giveaway. Other giveaways I'm planning on doing in the future is like tarot decks. I want to give away tarot decks. I want to give away tarot cloths. I'm really excited because I'm planning on putting together like little healing. It's Tanya calling me. I'll have to tell her I'm on a Patreon. So I'm planning on putting together. I am gonna be writing something. There's gonna be like a spiritual little release book that I'm working on. But aside from that, I'm also planning on doing little guided workbooks, like maybe like for moon rituals. And then I'm working with a soap maker here in Los Angeles, who's going to be helping me make like energy healing soaps for people who can't do the baths. And so as these things begin developing, I want to give them to my patrons to say thank you before I release them to everybody else for purchase. So I do plan on having lots of free gifts for you guys in the future. It's just going to take time to roll everything out. It's a process, and I want to make sure things are good, things have like good quality. But for being patrons, you guys are going to be receiving a lot of things from me in the future. I do thank you for your patience. Thank you. Hi, Tina. Tina, I'll have to take a look at it. Thank you. So you guys are going to be getting like freebies and gifts from me in the future, and I know that maybe I haven't been on Patreon a whole lot, but I'm working on it, and I thank you for your patience. This is a little get-together time too, so that we can talk about things. If you guys have questions for me, like about like if you need to vent, or if you have questions about your spiritual process, if there's things that you're wondering about in that regard, any advice, like spiritual advice. It's a small enough group, so I'm also willing to pull cards today too. If if anybody has like a quick little reading request, I'm happy to pull a few cards. Um, and also, guys, when I do pull cards on Patreon, when I do the live card pulls, it does not go against your monthly like reading. So if you're signed on for one question a month, you can still have your one question privately, and then these little live things are just like little freebies. So you're not losing your private question. Okay, so or your time, obviously some of you have like discounted time, and I don't know if you guys know this, but if you want like a full length reading, like if you want a 15-minute or a 30-minute or hour reading, you guys get 50% off because you're my patrons, and you don't have to wait on the calendar. Like Tanya will get you in sooner. So that's another patron benefit that I don't know if everybody understands or knows about. But yeah, that's something that's available to you as well. And then I'm still getting questions about how to schedule your Patreon reading. All you do, if you have like a monthly message, like if you're on the $2 tier, or you're on the Crystal of the Month tier, you don't have to schedule that. I will record your monthly message and send it out to you. But if you have a one question, or if you've got like a 15 or half an hour or an hour, then you just send an email to amethystangelite@gmail.com, and you put Patreon reading in the subject, and then Tanya will get you on the calendar, so you don't have to be on the wait list, okay? Or you don't have to wait till like May or June or whenever to get in. So that's how that works. Anybody have any questions for me? Anybody have anything that you want to vent about or ask about, or anything that you're dealing with? I'm here. I'm all yours. Anybody have anything they're wondering about? I don't know if you guys are feeling the Aries energy, but we're definitely in that Aries new moon. So this is a lot of inspiration coming in for people. I have noticed some people, like people with fire in their chart, at least the people that I know. It may not be like that for everybody. People with fire in their chart seem to be a little bit agitated right now because they're feeling this like go energy. But I don't know. I've been very, very inspired. There's so much I want to get together. There's so much I want to do. Kayla, how do my beliefs with God coincide with my spiritual beliefs? That's a good one. That's a good one, and that is a doozy. So, okay, I'm going to answer Kayla's question. Fernanda, I see you. I'm not ignoring you. I'm going to get to you, Fernanda, after I answer Kayla's question. I was raised in a extremely religiously conservative environment, okay? And from a very young age, I had experiences with angels and spirits and messages and dreams. And what I was taught was that these were demons communicating with me, and that I had to pray and say God's name for them like to go away, to leave me alone. So I lived the majority of my life really like pushing away my abilities, my gifts. I really spent the majority of my life just absolutely doing my utmost to block it off. I even in my teens, when I was like 18, 19, I was trying to learn Ukrainian, because I was going to go to the Ukraine and be a missionary, like a Christian missionary. And that didn't happen. But yeah, so I got married. I stayed here in the US. I got married, and all hell broke loose in my life shortly thereafter. And so I went through my dark night of the soul. I went through a lot of changes. I went through a lot of growth, and a lot of things like that. So basically, um, it was through my healing process where my complete and total understanding of God changed and it shifted. And this is what came to me, because I was taught that God will not communicate with us in this way, that God will not, like angels won't speak to us, or we won't be given information in this way, that this is not how God works. But I had many experiences with dark energy, and I had very real experiences with what I call demons, okay? And so I had to find a way to stop that from happening. And the only way I could stop that from happening was to draw closer to God, okay? I consider myself Christian. I believe in Jesus. But that is not something that I'm like pushing on other people. I'm not going to sit here and say you have to be Christian or you have to accept Jesus. But my whole thing was I don't believe in a God that would have us so accessible to evil and allow like demons to like torment us or mess with us, but also not make angels accessible to us. I don't believe that. Okay, that doesn't make any sense to me. Why would God do that? So it was just through my own process, and then realizing that a lot of people need healing right now. A lot of the things that people are struggling with, like as a psychic, everybody wants to know, when am I going to meet the love of my life? When am I going to get married? When is my marriage going to be better? When am I going to have kids? And these are all natural human desires. It's normal to desire these things. But a lot of times what's happening is people are just feeling so disconnected from their higher self, their spiritual self, and from God. And so they're looking for love in other ways. People are dying for love right now. And I didn't want to do this work. I fought against it for a very long time, but my angels and guides made it very clear. I had several tower moments, and my angels and guides made it very clear that this is what I'm to do. There's no, I don't have a choice, really. So I had to suck it up and deal with it. Okay, I had to suck it up and deal with it. But that's basically, I never intended like to be online and like to be this like visible online and to be out there. My family doesn't like what I do. And that's one of the reasons that I am not using my birth name. Some of you have been referring to me by my birth name, like on the YouTube videos or on social media, and so some of you know I've asked you not to use my birth name, and that is due to my family's request. They do not want to be associated with this in any way, shape, or form. So out of respect for them, out of respect for their church, their privacy, their beliefs, amethyst is something that a lot of my friends have called me for a while, and it's a stone that really resonates with me, and it's the name of my social media. So you all could call me Amethyst. But and I am actually considering legally changing my name to Amethyst. And that's just, again, out of respect for my family and out of respect for their privacy, because it's very difficult for them how public I've gone with it, and the fact that people are starting to follow me. I mean, obviously I'm not like a celebrity, but it's more than I could have anticipated. It's more than they could have anticipated. And so yeah, it has not been easy, believe me. I've lost friends. I've lost childhood friends. I've lost certain family that like don't want anything to do with me because of this path. And it's not easy. It really isn't. But it's clear to me this needs to be done. People need help. People need help right now. And as somebody who went through hell and really was, for a time, agnostic, borderline atheist, because such horrible things happened, I didn't understand, like, how can there be a God, right? And then just my whole thing with spirit and the energies, it was difficult. So, It's not, you know, Tina, it's not so bad. I mean, we kind of understand, you know, like especially with my immediate family, but we have to like respect each other's beliefs. So, oh, thank you, my dear. So that's basically, yeah, I don't know if that answers your question, but how I coincide what I do with God, but I'll put it to you this way: Jesus was the original mystic. You know, read the Bible. You know, Jesus was said to be possessed, and they said that he like was doing magic and he was doing horrible things, and he was, you know, he was working with demons and I don't know what, you know. And honestly, energy healing, Jesus was the first energy healer. And what did Jesus say? He said, imitate me. He said, imitate me, right? Imitate me. And so that's what I feel that I'm doing. I'm imitating, you know, my higher power to the best of my ability. And some people aren't okay with that, and that's okay. You know, I respect them not being okay with that. Okay, my dear. So I hope that helps. Okay, so let me see. I'm glad it helps. Let me go back up here to Fernanda's question, because Fernanda asked right after Kayla. Our life is up in the air waiting for an appointment in Canada, and I was wondering what you can tell me about that. Thank you for your wonderful channel. Oh, you're so sweet, my dear. Lisa's asking me going back to work. Okay, so Lisa has a question about selling things online. All right, Tina, I see you too. I'm gonna get to you. I'm not gonna be able to like remember everybody's order. let me get one order, and then I'll get to you, Tina. I'm not ignoring you, my darling. I don't know how waiters do it. Do you ever like go to like a restaurant with like a big group, and there'll be like a waiter, and he's like, oh, I'll remember it. And it's like 15 orders, and people have really specific. I don't know. I can't retain that much. All right, so Fernanda's appointment in Canada. What does Fernanda need to know about her appointment in Canada? Fernanda, you have 9 of Cups. This is your wish coming true, something being fulfilled, okay? It's not 10 of Cups, so it might not be 100% excellent, amazing, wonderful, but it is a wish coming true, and it is fulfillment. There's one thing I can say. I don't know too much about what your appointment is. I don't know too much about, like, you know, what's going on there with that, with the specifics of it. But 9 of Cups also gives me a sense or a feeling that something is working out, but it's working out independently. So if this is an appointment where there's different options available to you, I feel like whatever is the outcome is going to be something where you're being helped in a way where there's an autonomy or an independence coming through it, is the best that I can say without more of a background, okay? And there may be an opportunity to travel. 9 of Cups isn't necessarily like a travel card, but I don't know, I'm getting a sense or a feeling of like acquiring things from different places, almost like collecting things or being able to collect things. So I don't know if there's something that's been keeping you unable to travel. I don't know if there's been something that's been happening in terms of like having to stay put, but there's a sense of freedom that's coming in with that, and like acquiring things or abundance coming in. Okay, so let's see. Lisa, going back to work, how's that going to be? Selling items on eBay. So Lisa, what I'm getting around your energy is I'm getting the number 5. When 5 comes up in my readings, it's giving me a sense or a feeling that there's a lot of karma that is being cleared. So there's gonna be like some pretty big like life lesson moments. It doesn't have to be drama, but I do feel that things are going to be happening in the work situation where you're being encouraged to kind of maybe like uh, speak up. Okay, like speak up. Don't let things bubble. Don't let things build. Speak up as things are happening. I don't feel like you're gonna have challenges at work in terms of like your ability to work. Like I feel like you're gonna hold down your job pretty well. I feel it's more the dynamic of working with others that may be an issue. Now you have Ten of Rods coming up as your card. Okay, and so Ten of Rods makes me feel like you might be finding yourself in situations where people are putting a lot on your plate, and maybe that's happened for you in the past, like when you worked. Maybe you were in situations where people kind of took advantage of your kindness or put a lot of things on your plate. And so this is being a time when you're going to have to learn to delegate and to be a little bit assertive, you know, and to just kind of speak up, right? Don't let people pile things onto you. And then as far as selling things on eBay also, uh, don't, or I said eBay, you said online, I don't know why I said eBay, but selling things online, don't put so much pressure on yourself like about it. Just kind of release it, right? Don't obsess about it. Don't obsess about it. And you really, really, really have to make sure when Ten of Rods comes up that you're making time for yourself. That you're making time for yourself. You're getting rest. You're being like positive energy. You don't want to create a situation where you're working yourself to death. I think that's your problem, honestly, is I think sometimes you have a tendency to work too hard, or to allow others to dump too much on you. And so I think that's why 5 is coming up for you, to just come into the energy of delegating more. Okay? Having boundaries, having healthy boundaries. Let's see. Let's see. Will that work out for me? Okay, so Lisa, we got Lisa. Tina, has a huge tower event happened on Monday. Big fight among the restaurant business owners at my house. I was shaking, so I quit. Gave all their stuff back. I hope it was the right choice and don't have trouble. Okay. Army, I see your question about dreams. Sometimes dreams are hit and miss with me, and I'll tell you why. So much of dreams have to do with personal symbolism. Okay, so when I connect with a dream, I'll often connect and see like what message I can access in terms of like what the guides are telling me or letting me know. But dreams, a lot of the symbolisms we see in dreams are very personal to us. And so sometimes if I interpret it, I'm going to interpret it in the way that what the symbols mean to me, but they may have a different meaning to you. So that's why when I do dream interpretation, I always start by asking. Like, my process is more to walk you through the dream, see what your interpretations are, what your associations are with the symbols or the things that are within them. And then from there, I'll connect with spirit and see like what's coming together. So for me, it's more like putting together a puzzle, if that makes any sense. Tina, my darling, I'm sorry you were shaking. That's terrible. But that definitely does sound like a tower moment. So let's see what message is coming in for you around this. 4 of Pentacles. So this makes me feel like somebody was not being right with you. Like if you're wondering, man, did I let go of a good opportunity? Am I missing out on business? 4 of Pentacles is like, it's the miser card, okay? So these aren't going to be people who are going to be like fair with you anyway when it comes to payment. These are going to be people that are going to like want blood from a turnip or blood from a rock. So it's not necessarily, I mean, to me, I see 4 of Pentacles and I feel like I don't want that energy. They can go. Like, they can, I'm not going to deal with that. Those are like the people who come in and they want a free reading, but they want you to tell them what they want to hear, and like they're going to yell at you if you're not giving them what they want to hear, if you're telling them the truth, right? or whatever. Like just somebody who they want what they want, and you gotta give it to them, but they don't want to give you anything in return. And then on top of it, they're gonna like whip you, like work faster, work harder. That's not. Who needs that? Who needs that? I think you're better off without that energy, my dear. You're on to better things anyway. So let's see. Lisa, all right. Okay. Liars and manipulators, yeah. I mean, just look at the picture on this card, Tina. Does that look like somebody you're gonna trust? Does that look like somebody who's gonna... Heck no. They can go on. They can get out of here with that mess. You don't need that, my dear. You're welcome, my darling. So, let's see. We've gotten a few questions. Anybody else have a question for me? Or are we gonna call it a day? And you guys, let me know what kinds of gives away. What kinds of gives away? What kind of giveaways you may be interested in? I do want to give away ultra cloths, tarot decks, essential oils. Like I said, I'm gonna be working on merchandise in the future. I hate to use the word merchandise because they're more like spiritual tools and like things to help with your own spiritual path. But again, those are going to take time to develop, but once they are ready, I'm definitely going to be sending my patrons, like you guys are going to be my first group. So you guys will receive little goodies. Like, I'll probably put together little goodie bags of the different things before I launch them. So you're going to get benefits and perks like that first, but it's going to be some time. It's going to be some time. In the meantime, I've got things like this. Like necklaces, tarot decks, things that aren't waiting to be developed. And let me know. And so, another thing that I was thinking of doing was also, whatchamacallit, giving away maybe like a free reading. I want to do it once a month, but it depends on how busy things are. So that will be a giveaway at some point too, like little free readings. For my Patreon peoples. And then also, I don't know, I know a lot of like readers on Patreon. They'll have like special Patreon reading videos that they can only access on Patreon. So I don't know if that sounds good to you, if there's like a monthly video topic you'd like me to do readings on, other than this stuff, obviously. Oh, I might mix the card reading with the social. Maybe it works out better that way. Instead of having a separate live reading and a separate social, maybe I'll just go ahead and mix them. But you guys will have to let me know if there's a, like a topic you would like to see videos on. Okay, let me know if there's a topic you would like to see videos on, and maybe I can start doing videos for you guys, like little Patreon only exclusive videos. One thing that I've considered, I don't know if you guys are into this, you have to let me know. People have been asking me to do like cross-watcher videos, like people who are looking for like cross-watcher, like you're wondering whether it's love or about just a friendship or situation with a particular sign, like what you need to know about each zodiac sign each month. Maybe I'll do those cross-watcher videos, like make it a Patreon only. But you guys will have to let me know if that's something that you think would be good, or if you don't care and I should just put it on YouTube. But I do want to give you guys a sense of like more perks and things like that. Okay, my darlings? I thank you so very much for watching. I think something's up with the connection anyway. My camera is like going blurry and going in and out, but I think something may be up with the connection. Till next time, take care.